Hey everyone, my name is Brian and welcome back to my LEGO investing channel, Brick Dynasty. I've been investing in LEGO since 2011. I took a few years off in between, but I've been back seriously investing for about the past 2.5 years. Today, I'm going to take an investing deep dive into the BrickHeadz Mandalorian Child set. This set has been very frustrating for investors over the past several years. It's been projected to retire several times, but it kept getting extended. Many investors have written it off, thinking it's not going to do well for investing, so I thought it would be the perfect set to break down and take a deep dive into and see what kind of potential it has for investing. I'm going to break down the set by going through the 10 questions I've come up with that every LEGO investor should consider before investing in a set. The first question I consider is the set even retiring this year? And finally, it looks like this set is going to be leaving shelves. It has been on every retirement list and on LEGO's Last Chance to Buy in some other countries. And so it looks like this set is officially going away unless there's some sort of last minute extension, but I don't think that's going to happen this time. The second question is, how long is its shelf life? This set was on shelves for 3 years and 5 months. Only a few BrickHeadz were close to that shelf life. The birthday clown set actually had a shelf life of 4 years that retired recently, so that beat out this set. And then there are a couple Disney sets that are retiring at the end of this year that had a 3-year and 11-month shelf life. But other than that, most sets were under a year. There are some that last about 2 years, but typically on average, BrickHeadz sets last under a year. So this set is definitely one of the rare long shelf life sets from the BrickHeadz theme. And the reason for any long shelf life for a LEGO set is just because it was very popular. This set has been relevant for many years because of the show The Mandalorian, and collectors and investors have been buying it up because of how popular it is, and the show continues to do very well. And just to add in case you weren't aware, this set has an MSRP of $19.99. The next question I like to ask is this set a store exclusive? And absolutely not. This has been available from pretty much any retailer you can think of. It has been very easy to get your hands on. Next thing to ask is it a licensed set? And yes, it is. It's a Star Wars set, definitely LEGO's most popular theme. There are tons of collectors out there that collect every single LEGO Star Wars set, or at least a lot of them. And then I like to ask, does it have any unique minifigures? And for this set, it does not. Every BrickHeadz set does not have any minifigures, so this question doesn't really pertain to this set in particular. There are no minifigures in any BrickHeadz sets, so it doesn't help or not help this set at all because people aren't expecting minifigures in a BrickHeadz set. The next question is it collectible? And absolutely yes, it is collectible for many reasons. It's Star Wars, that's collectible, but also it's a BrickHeadz set, and those are very collectible. LEGO's been making Star Wars BrickHeadz sets for many, many years, and almost all of them have been very good investments. And so you would think this set would continue that trend, but we'll continue to go through the other questions you need to ask because it's not all just about is it collectible or is it a good looking set or is it popular. There are other factors to consider. But continuing with the theme of collectability, LEGO's going to continue to make LEGO Star Wars BrickHeadz sets, and people are going to see them on shelves. And anyone who wasn't collecting them before this year or when it retires at the end of this year, next year there are going to be a lot of new collectors looking for Star Wars BrickHeadz sets or any BrickHeadz sets depending on what kind of collector they are, and they're going to want to go back and look at sets that retired in the past and collect those as well so they can have all of that theme. And additionally, The Mandalorian is an ongoing show and it will continue to have more seasons in the future, so it also is culturally relevant from that aspect as well. The next question I want to ask is it commonly discounted? And oh boy, yes, the set is. It has been discounted 20% off from every single retailer you can imagine, very readily available. $16 is pretty much its MSRP. And beyond that, last year and years prior, it's been available for $12, sometimes even a little bit less. From multiple retailers, you could have really stocked up on this set at that price. So far this year though, I haven't seen it much more than $16, so it may not be dramatically discounted at the end of this year, depending on how many of this set is out there still on retailer shelves. Now, what is it going for on third-party platforms? I personally saw on eBay, so I'm going to be looking on eBay for these numbers. When you search on eBay for the set with lowest first, buy it now, in new condition, the lowest it's listed for is $15, and there are tons of listings below MSRP. When you go over to the completed listings, there are many sold listings as well, so there is continued demand for the set, and they're going anywhere from $12 to maybe $15. So continuing down that train of thought, we then ask ourselves, is this set over-hoarded? You can answer that question from many different factors, but the one that I'm going to focus on here is just by looking at the amount of sellers. There are currently 834 sellers of this set. I've never seen that many listings for one Lego set before, ever. But when you go to sold listings, there are quite a few sold listings that you can scroll through from this month, the past months, and previous months. So there is consistent demand for this set, even though there are a lot of listings. But I still believe that this surplus of supply is still going to overwhelm the demand that we have for the set, even though it is quite high. So with all this background information, you need to ask yourself, what kind of investor are you? When and for how much are you going to sell this set for? Are you a long-term investor that's going to wait maybe up to 5 years to sell this set after retirement? Then this set may be for you. You can wait out all of the surplus of inventory on the aftermarket to sell through all the lowball sellers. And with this set having continued demand, and if the show is continuing on that far in the future, this set may turn out to be a very good investment for you. And so if you see it at 30 to 40% off, that may be a good purchase for you. But if you're a short-term seller, maybe you're looking to sell maybe 1 to 2 years after retirement, this set may not be a good investment for you unless you get it at a very significant discount. Because it's going to take a lot of time for this set to rise dramatically above its MSRP with all those sellers on this listing. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on this Lego set? There are a lot of good things and bad things about this set for investing. On one hand, it's very collectible, it's going to continue to have cultural relevancy, and it can be gotten for a good discount. But on the other hand, it's had a very long shelf life, tons of listings on eBay, and it's going well under MSRP. At the end of the day, I think this is a very good set for long-term investors, but if you're looking to sell 1 to 2 years after retirement like myself, you're probably going to need to get around a 70% discount in my opinion. If you're interested in joining a Lego investing community, you should check out the Brick Dynasty Patreon. It's filled with a ton of useful resources and perks, including a list of every set retiring at the end of this year and my target buy price for every single one of those sets. You can check it out and join using the link in the description below. Would love to see you there. Alrighty, that's everything I have for this video. If you found this information interesting, definitely leave a like below. Helps out my channel a ton. And if you want to see more Lego investing content like this, please subscribe. I put out videos every Monday and Thursday. And if you have any questions about Lego investing or my process for Lego investing, definitely leave a comment down below. I'll try to respond to you as soon as I can. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. As always, my videos are not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only sharing my journey as a Lego investor, and I encourage you to do your own research before buying any Lego sets.